Right now, sitting in your kitchen, there's a tool that could slash your grocery bill by 40% and keep your food fresh for years. But here's the problem: most vacuum sealers are a complete waste of money. They leak, they break, and they lie about their power. After testing 14 models, freezing, sous viding, and burying packages for months, I found only 3 that are actually worth your cash. And the best one? It's not the most expensive. In fact, the number 1 pick is so affordable, it's almost suspicious. Starting at number 1. Nesco VS12 Vacuum Sealer. Best overall. Great for beginners and pros alike, the Nesco is simple to understand and use. It did a great job in our tests, thoroughly sealing everything we bagged. When sealing chicken, the plastic formed to the breast completely, and the bag didn't leak during sous vide cooking. The gentle cycle wasn't gentle enough for Chex cereal, but the vacuum can be stopped manually, which kept our raspberries from getting smashed and juiced. After sealing, we didn't see any air seeping back into the bags, so we are confident that they achieved a strong seal. We love that this machine uses a lever to hold it closed for sealing, but the waiting time of 2 minutes before sealing the next bag is less convenient. The machine will operate before that time is up, but the wait is suggested for the best result. The instructions also note that when choosing the manual seal button, the button won't operate for at least 15 seconds after the last use. It's not a long wait, but it might take slightly longer when making batches of bags from the 2 included rolls of plastic. When vacuum sealing cooked chicken during testing, the machine's power was just a bit much. It sucked so much moisture from the bag that it wouldn't seal, even though the moist setting was used. Unlike several other machines we tested, it does not include a handheld vacuum. Number 2. Vevor Chamber Vacuum Sealer. Best chamber. Heavy and bulky, this model looks rather industrial. It would be at home in a restaurant. But with that comes a machine that can hold up to a lot of vacuum sealing. One thing that chamber vacuums can do that's pretty amazing is handle any sort of wet foods, including soups, sauces, or even a bag full of water. We previously rated the Anova Precision Chamber Vacuum Sealer as our favorite chamber vacuum sealer, but this one outperformed it in our tests. The instructions were a little vague, so this might be best for vacuum sealing pros. There are no presets, however, the user has complete control of vacuuming, sealing, and cooling times. Because of that, this chamber vacuum sealer did great when sealing Chex and raspberries. We were able to remove all the air but stop the machine before it crushed or bruised the food. It might take some trial and error to find the perfect setting, but it's worth it for someone who will use it a lot. This machine has a thicker sealing bar for a superior seal and a rod that runs across the bar to keep bags closed and aligned. Because this is a more industrial machine, the user needs to monitor the vacuum pump oil level and add more as necessary, but we felt that it was reasonable maintenance for the quality of this machine. Number 3. FoodSaver VS5960 Elite All-in-One Liquid Plus Vacuum Sealer. Best for soups and sauces. This vacuum sealer did a great job sealing chicken before cooking with a sous vide cooker, and the pulse function made it easy to handle delicate foods, like cereal and raspberries. However, there was a bit of air left in the berry bag. If we had continued, the raspberries likely would have been crushed. Aside from the pulse feature, there is no other way to handle delicate foods. A sensor detects when a bag has been inserted for vacuuming, the lid shuts, and the vacuum process begins. Some might find that useful, but it could also be annoying for people who prefer to handle it themselves. While no vacuum sealer is going to let you completely vacuum and seal a bag of water, this one's design makes it a bit better for thick liquids and juicy foods. Because the vacuum area is raised, liquids won't flow there on their own. However, the vacuum will draw moisture upward, so it's best to watch carefully to make sure the bag is sealed before liquid is sucked into the pump. The manual that came with this machine was thorough, and the tips section included useful information. Although feeding the bag roll and closing the machine is a little awkward, the machine is still easy to use for beginners. The included presets make it more user-friendly, and once the first bag is made from a roll, the next automatically gets a seal. We like that a rest period wasn't needed after sealing bags. Number 4. Anova Precision Sous Vide Vacuum Sealer. Best for beginners. Anova is a well-known name in sous vide equipment, including sous vide cookers, water ovens, and vacuum sealers. We loved how simple this sealer was to use, and while it might have been designed with sous vide users in mind, it's just as good for sealing that on-sale bulk meat purchase. This is a great model for beginners, and it is also great for users who prefer an uncomplicated vacuum sealer. It is a sleek, lightweight model that's easy to use, carry, and store. Only 3 buttons control everything: vacuum and seal, pulse, and seal. The vacuum and seal mode is perfect for storing steaks and chops as well as for sous vide cooking, while the pulse mode is best for delicate foods. The seal-only function is great for making bags from a roll or for sealing things that don't need to be vacuumed. We love that it has a double seal for extra security, which is handy in case there's a bit of food or liquid near the top of the bag that could cause a single seal to fail. This vacuum sealer doesn't have a bag cutter, but we had no trouble cutting our own bags and sealing them to create the sizes we needed. Number 5. Geryon Vacuum Sealer Machine. Best budget. This machine is one of the cheapest models we have ever tested, but it's from a brand that knows its vacuum sealers. Geryon makes a range of models up to and including a $1,400 commercial option. And its E2900 MS offers options that many much pricier models don't even have. You can choose from gentle or normal vacuum strength as well as whether you're sealing dry or moist foods. There's also an accessory port and hose for sealing jars, canisters, and other containers, though like with most other sealers, you'll have to buy those separately. The Geryon has a fairly powerful motor and had no trouble pulling a good vacuum and solid seal around marinated meats of different shapes and sizes in various rounds of tests. Its heat seals held firm and watertight through all of our tests, including cooking, but it didn't quite suck all the air out of the bag in which we sealed an avocado half. It got brown in a few spots where bubbles remained. So there you have it. No more freezer burn, no more spoiled meat, and no more guessing. Whether you're a meal prep pro or just trying to save money, the right sealer is on this list. To make it easy, every single model I recommend, plus the bags, rolls, and accessories that actually work, are linked in the description below. If this review saved you from a bad buy and a mountain of wasted food, please hit that like button. It helps more than you know. Share this with a friend who shops at Costco. And subscribe because next week, I'm exposing the biggest scam in kitchen knives and showing you the only 3 you'll ever need.